There is a castle with towers over there. That's our destination. That's Georgetown University. There are cannons by the university. Would you like your university to have some cannons, just in case someone attacks the university? What if someone come for knowledge and decide to take it from you? Georgetown University is the oldest Catholic university in the US where presidents, kings, and diplomats studied. This university was founded in 1789 by Bishop John Carroll. This is a Jesuit university, but most of its students are not Catholics. It's worth telling here who are the Jesuits and what is a Jesuit university and what groups of people founded the oldest universities in the USA. Let's touch on our beloved Harvard, the oldest university in the USA. It was founded by the Puritans. I talked about this in my videos about Harvard. The Puritans were English Protestants who did not recognize the authority of the official church, and the church was powerful at the time and they were persecuted. To avoid problems, the Puritans began to migrate to different colonies. At the same time, the Puritans were highly educated. For example, John Harvard studied at Cambridge and was a Puritan. He sailed to the United States where his predecessors had already settled. The Jesuits are a Catholic order of monks officially called the Society of Jesus. The society was founded in the 16th century and still remains one of the most influential groups in the Catholic Church. They were recognized by the Vatican, same as the Knights Templar. The main goal of both the Puritans and the Jesuits was to spread the Catholic faith and engage in education and science. There is a castle with towers over there. That's our destination. That's Georgetown University. Here, the pedestrian sidewalk, specifically pedestrian, suddenly turned into a bike path. Everyone jogs and rides bikes here at 35 to 40 kilometers per hour. This particular lady is riding slowly. It's me who's in everyone's way now. But I don't have anywhere else to go, excuse me. What can I do? An interesting building, it's like waves. A countless number of athletic people here jogging. One of the main sports here is rowing. There you can actually see them around here. Rowing and riding bicycles. Really a lot of people do that here. What made the Jesuit order special? Strict discipline. Each member of the order underwent rigorous training, many years of study and spiritual practices. The Jesuits facilitated science and education, founding many universities and schools, some of which still operate today. In their missionary activities, they actively preached in many countries, including China, Japan, and Latin America. The Jesuits' political influence was reinforced by always being close to rulers and kings, which made them very powerful. Why is it when we hear the word Jesuit, we seem to find it suspicious? Many myths surround the Jesuits. Their secretive methods of work, influence on education and politics have created an aura of mystery and even conspiracy theories around them. They were expelled from many countries due to authorities fearing their influence. In 1773, the Pope dissolved the order, but then restored it in 1814. But what about now? The order operates all over the world, especially in education. Many famous universities were founded by the Jesuits, Georgetown University included. Since 2013, the head of Catholic Church has been the first ever Jesuit Pope, Francis. So to summarize, the Jesuits are overall intelligent, influential, disciplined monks who have been teaching, traveling the world, and influencing politics for centuries. They still exist and remain one of the most powerful groups within the Catholic Church. All this is Georgetown grounds. Look how cool it is. Look, people cross these funny little pedestrian bridges. There's an old canal. They threw on some boards, so it looks like they used it to move things around. This is what the canal looks like. All that is residential. People live here. continue to walk around Georgetown University, I'll tell you another interesting story. The university's second president was Patrick Francis Healey. Interestingly, he is called the first African-American president of a major American university. He was also the first African-American to earn a PhD. But the paradox is he never openly identified himself as an African-American, and the society of that time perceived him as white. How so? Patrick Francis Healey was born into a mixed family. His father was an Irish plantation owner and his mother was an African-American who was legally considered a slave. Despite their de facto marriage, the laws of that time dictated that children born to a slave were automatically considered slaves, but his father sent Healey and his brothers to the northern states where they were educated as free men. Thanks to his light skin color, Patrick avoided the racial discrimination typical for that time and had a successful academic career. When Healey became head of Georgetown, he didn't just take over as rector, he actually transformed the university. It was he who modernized the curriculum, expanded the campus, and laid the foundation for Georgetown to become the prestigious institution it is today. Everything is so nice and well decorated, a lot of different shops around here. And yeah, this is the Georgetown grounds, the territory where the university is located, where I'm actually going now. This place reminds me of small English towns. Georgetown is not a town, but a district in Washington. So why is it called Georgetown? Simple. It really was a separate town once, and even before Washington appeared. Yes, Georgetown is older than Washington. Now it can be considered the trendiest corner of Washington. I've also recorded separate videos about Georgetown and Washington. You can check it out on this channel. There are cannons by the university. Would you like your university to have some cannons, just in case someone attacks the university? What if someone come for knowledge and decide to take it from you? Georgetown campus is a classic mix of ancient architecture, strict academic traditions, and a kind of modern student comfort. The local school of diplomacy is considered one of the best. Among the graduates are 12 heads of state, 23 state governors, dozens of senators, and 79 ambassadors. Among the most famous graduates were Bill Clinton, who was no less fond of the saxophone than politics, and Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, the first female president of the Philippines. In 1876, the students chose the official colors of the university, blue and gray, which seems like an ordinary combination of colors, but in fact, there is a powerful meaning behind it. These colors reflect the desire for unity after one of the bloodiest pages of American history, the Civil War. Blue is the color of the uniform of the Union soldiers of the northern states, gray is the color of the Confederate Army of the South. The Civil War had torn the country apart, dividing families and friends, so Georgetown students who had ancestors from both northern and southern backgrounds decided that their university would be a place of reconciliation, and its colors a reminder that the country must learn to live together despite past conflicts. The gesture was especially meaningful given Georgetown's own predicament during the war. Situated on the border between the north and south, the university welcomed students from both sides of the conflict. Many of its graduates went to war, and the campus was partly used as a military hospital. So the blue and gray here is not just a pretty combination, but a real tribute to memory and a symbol of hope for unification.
Yeah, right.
Wow, those dorms are really cool. There are such narrow stairs here. Where on the hill below is the river that I walked along. And here's the dorm, and further on is the main building. This is what it looks like. Another interesting fact, Georgetown University could be the same age as Harvard, but it is much younger. How so? When English Catholics arrived in America in 1634, they were in for a lot of trouble. They started a new life in the Maryland colony, but with the defeat of the Royalists in the English Civil War, anti-Catholic laws set about. The Jesuits were expelled, their schools were destroyed, and for most of the colonial period, Catholic education was something of an underground club. They studied, but secretly. So there was a Jesuit school here before, but it was thoroughly hidden. Everything changed in 1776 when the American Revolution finally gave the Jesuits the opportunity to establish an educational institution legally. Then Benjamin Franklin appears in the story, yes, the one from the $100 bill, who founded another prestigious American university, UPenn, where Trump and Musk studied. I have an upcoming video about it as well. Franklin advised Pope Pius VI to appoint former Jesuit John Carroll as the head of the Catholic Church in America. Carroll wasted no time. In 1783 he gathered the clergy in Annapolis, where they began planning the creation of a new university. In 1789 he bought land, and in 1792 the university opened its doors to its first students, the future Congressman William Gaston. In 1851, the School of Medicine was founded, and in 1903 it was supplemented by the School of Nursing. In 1870, the Law Center opened. Later, it will turn into an independent law school. In 1919, the School of Foreign Service appears, and in 1957, the McDonough School of Business. Now, you can choose one of 48 specialties at the university or create your own unique program. Moreover, you can study not only on the campus in Washington, but also in Italy, Qatar, or Turkey. Georgetown has branches all over the world. Another key feature of Georgetown is that half of the students study abroad at least one semester. So I came to the center, the focal point, perhaps the heart of the university. From here you can see the sports fields, rugby, lacrosse, football fields over there. There are more fields above. There are some stands. They do sports here. These buildings that I'm at right now are residences and office buildings, and this is a terrace. It's pretty cool. It's rising above the road, overlooking all the activity. In addition to academics, the university has 179 organizations, from theater productions to volunteering, from sports clubs to student government. Georgetown is home to the largest student company in the United States, the Corp. It operates cafes, stores, and catering, and reinvests profits into students' projects. Georgetown also has a credit union run entirely by students with assets of $17 million. And of course, sports. The Georgetown University basketball team has won the US championship several times. The most recognizable symbol of the university is the Healey Hall, the central building built in 1877 in the Romanesque Gothic style. The university building was awarded the title of a National Historical Monument. The backdrop of the old buildings couldn't avoid being in cinema. The horror film The Exorcist was filmed here, and I hope that doesn't put you off studying at this university or in the US. The filmmakers indeed invited a real priest, not to star in the movie, but to bless the film set. The university is a town, or the town is the university. I don't know what would be more accurate, but it feels like a real student town. And it's very much alive. There is a lot of movement. The students are doing sports, jogging and riding bicycles. Some of them are running shirtless on campus. The staff are driving around in this golf carts. A lot of movement. Very cool, lively campus. I really like it. I'm not advertising anything now, but I'm just saying that I really like it. There's a river nearby where people also are running and rowing. Friends, if you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to our channel. If you're interested in studying abroad, visit our website smaps.com. Our consultants will answer any of your questions there.